Hello YouTube, I hope you are doing very well. Hello everybody, I hope you are doing very well. So it's been a while, but you know what, we're not even going to get into that conversation because it's a waste of my breath, it's a waste of my energy. Because this time, honestly, about 6 months ago, I made a YouTube video and I was saying that I really want to get back into YouTube. And a lot has just happened since then that I really just, you know what, I said it was, I couldn't put everything into it, that I just took a little bit of time off. But we're not going to get into all that because now is a complete fresh start and my aim is to get up one YouTube a week from now on. I genuinely just love when I record YouTubes, but what was holding me back was just the perfection of it, and that's just not happening anymore. I'm actually currently on my ground in my garden right now. We'll get into that now in a second. But yes, if you are here, then thank you very much for watching my YouTube, and I would gratefully appreciate a like, a subscribe to my channel, because it would really just help me out to know that you guys are actually still here and interested. But really, my YouTube's going to change from now on. I think my thing for YouTube was that I wanted it to be educational, to bring you know, like workouts, etc. to YouTube. And while I'm still going to bring workouts to YouTube, because I mean I train 5 to 6 days a week anyway, it wouldn't make sense not to. But my thing now with YouTube is going to be my life outside of coaching, outside of check-ins, outside of you know, me sitting at the laptop and my office desk, because I really felt like I needed to educate in every single video that I make. But I think that's what was holding me back then, because on, you know, I do my client check-ins. I then, for Instagram, I make sure that my Instagram is very educational, reels and posts that I felt like I was kind of crossing things over a little bit more. Whereas YouTube, the reason why I want to really get back into YouTube and do it very differently is because I've been doing a lot of running on the treadmill at the moment, and because you can't type, you can't text, I've been watching a lot of YouTubes, but the YouTubes that I'm drawn to are just people's lives, people, you know, just doing shit day to day, and that's what I want to bring. I just want to bring you guys along on, you know, weeks that are not perfect, just random days in the life. Get ready with me, our trips away, we've so much planned this year, and we're getting married this year, so like wedding prep, just fun, and that's gonna be it. There's gonna be some weeks where there's not a huge amount going on, but over the next couple of months we really have so much going on that I was like, this is the perfect time to just bring you on a journey of what I'm getting up to, outside of coaching and outside of check-ins, outside of educational posts, that my YouTube is really just going to be a bit of fun and my little old life outside of coaching. So if you are wanting to stay around for that kind of content, then please do, because yeah, YouTube's now just going to really be imperfection. It's not going to be edited perfectly, it's just gonna be life updates. It's going to be a bit of fun, but I feel like we do need a little bit of a life update. So why am I sitting in my garden on the ground right now? I do apologize about the sun, but I have so much to update you guys over the last five weeks. Let's give a little summary of the last 5 weeks, because they were a little bit of a shit show, and I really feel like my year did not start until the 1st of February. That's what I'm going with. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but for me, January just was not a great month. It was not a great month at all. And I found myself kind of, you know, being in a funk that I don't like being in, that I quickly snapped out of that at the start of February. And I was like, no, this is the start of my year. I am getting back on track, and genuinely the last couple of days I feel like a brand new woman, hence why we've got the camera out. But a little bit of a synopsis over the last couple of weeks of everything that kind of went down. Obviously there's way worse in the world going on, I am very, very well aware of that, but it just, do you know when something goes tits up and it kind of just feels like a domino effect? That's how Christmas felt. So we went back to Ireland for Christmas. We went back on like the 20th of December, and we were planning to be in Ireland for 10 days. And then we were going on a holiday. So our plan was be in Ireland until the 30th of December, and then we were going to be going to our favourite place in the whole entire world, which makes me really sad that I've never made any vlogs or any YouTubes on Disney World, because we've been a few times, and I don't even think you guys, my YouTube friends and fam, know our addiction to Disney World, our addiction to Disney, our addiction to Disney Paris. Anything Disney, me and Anto are absolutely chronically obsessed. Everyone knows that out of our family and friends, and people on my Instagram as well, because whenever I put up a Q&A box, people are like, when are you going back to Disney? Yeah, it makes me really sad that I haven't YouTubed any of them. But the plan was that we were going on the 30th of December, and we were going to be there for 2 weeks, and then at the end of the 2 weeks we were going to be doing the Disney Marathon, which we were so excited to do. It was going to be our second marathon because we did our first one in Malaga in December. Went home to Ireland in December on the 20th, and like we had I had 3 days of fun. So I saw family, friends, had a bit of fun, and then come the 24th, it was Christmas Eve, I went to do a half marathon because I was trying to keep up my running for the marathon. Did a half marathon on Christmas Eve, and I was like, God, I don't feel great at all. I kept having to stop during my run. I felt shit. It was not a vibe. It was not happening. Already a change of events, change of scenery. But the camera actually got overheated outside and stopped working. So we are now inside. But I actually have a task of needing to clean my, arrange my wardrobe. So I'm actually just going to do it while I am chatting to you guys and giving you a little bit of an overview, and then we'll have a little bit of a look of the wardrobe as well. Just give you a little view of the wardrobe to show you what we're dealing with here. I don't think I've ever shown this on my channel. So I am very grateful to work with Honor Active, and over the last good few years I have accumulated many pieces. Very gratefully we have, I'm just going to be honest guys, the absolute state of this office space right now. So I'm going to clean all of this because I finished work for the day, but busy office, busy mind. So this is not the vibe that we're working with here. But we're working over here for the moment. So very gratefully this is my office. So I just have my gym clothes, and I have no other gym clothes other than Honor Active. So this is my Honor Active wardrobe. And then my other clothes, to be honest, I don't wear other clothes. Being quite honest, I don't wear other clothes. There's really feck all in the other wardrobe. I every single day I just wear gym clothes, and I really struggle. I don't enjoy going on nights out because I don't know what to wear. Not good. Actually, sorry, I'm either gym clothes or I'm glam. She's glam. I want a dress, I want heels. See that in between of a date day or a day out, or something that you need jeans and a top. That's where I struggle. I can't do it. It just, I love summer because you just throw on shorts and a little tee, shorts and a bodysuit. I can't cope with 3 items of clothing. Jeans, a top, and having to match a jacket freaks me out. Don't know how to match things. I'm not a fashionista. But see, when it comes to gym clothes, I love mix and matching. I love that. But yeah, so this is what we're going to organize now. Okay, so my main aim that I want to sort out is color coordination. See, over here, but the main thing that I want to do is color coordination and sort out the hanger situation. So what I actually ended up doing was put pieces within collections, so I knew what collection, but it just doesn't work for me. I need to go by colour, which makes it a lot easier for me to pick an outfit. So we're going to do colour coordination and just sort out this shit, because see all the different colour hangers, that stresses me out. It really stresses me out. So we're going to sort them. And let's get back to kind of the life update. So as I was saying, that we went back to Ireland at Christmas. So we went back to Ireland and we were meant to be there until the 30th of December, and then we were going to be going to Disney World for the marathon, but also having a 2-week trip. See, the thing with work is that I'm very gratefully can work abroad and I can work from wherever, very gratefully. And because Anto's an online coach as well, and he also works with SEC, that very gratefully we can both work abroad. So it's amazing. But in saying that, he has his client check-ins, I have my client check-ins, that during the 8-week challenge, I don't like to go on holiday, I don't really like to go abroad, and go like as a trip to enjoy, because Monday to Thursday I'm just completely on the laptop flat out with check-ins all day, that I don't like to go away those dates. But there's five challenges a year, so 5 8-week challenges, so there's gaps in between them, and throughout like a couple of the challenges I take like a 2-week gap, and then this year I'm taking a little bit of a gap when we get married so that I can completely switch off. So many people have said to me before, like, why can't you just run them, and like, you know, you can take a couple of weeks off check-ins and get one of your coaches to do them. It's just not how I roll. I like to be all in, and then maybe just take a week or two a year where I just try relax. Like everyone, like anyone that works like a 9-to-5 job, like they do just, you know, when you're on holiday, you're not thinking about work. So I just know I wouldn't relax if I was to go away while we were doing check-ins, etc. Anyway, so Christmas time is really a time that I'm not going to get this wardrobe done, am I? Because I'm just chatting away. But Christmas time is really a time that we can actually chill out, because we don't have check-ins around that time, and the challenge wasn't starting until we were coming back. Got really, really sick on Christmas Eve. As I was saying, I was doing my run and I was like, oh, I do not feel good. Something's up here. Got really, really sick on Christmas Eve. I don't know if any of you guys got the sickness, but oh my, I've never in my life been that sick. Never in my life been that sick. Like, I couldn't get out of bed, I couldn't lift my head, I was completely and utterly bedbound. I had a chest like a 90-year-old smoker. Oh my God, it was just horrendous. And then my mum got it, my dad got it, my whole family got it. We were just completely all bedbound. So I had that I was on antibiotics, steroids, an inhaler. So it was really until probably the second till I was better. So it was a full week in bed. Sure, then didn't Anto get sick on the second, and then he was a full week in bed. Now he was really bad then, and we were all better then. So it was just this constant wave of someone being unwell or not able to like do anything. And then we were getting back into work, and bless him, he was just so sick. So that was a solid like 2 weeks of just a washout. That was Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Eve, my dad said to me, he was like, Tilly is, in case you're new to YouTube, Tilly is my little miniature dachshund. And we bring her home at Christmas, and she is literally my child. Literally my child. So this will make sense as to why I was sitting on the grass outside at the start of the video. So anyway, Christmas Eve, my dad was like, Tilly's a bit weird, like she's just acting a bit off. But like, anyway, she was fine. Like, there was nothing that we were like, oh my God, she's really, really bad. And then Christmas Day came, and she could not walk. Like, her back was completely hunched over. She was shaking. She wasn't eating, which is so bizarre for her. Like, if you have a dachshund, you will know that they eat absolutely everything and anything. So she just was not herself at all. And we had a miniature dachshund about 10 years ago, as like a family pet. And if you have a miniature dachshund, if you've any dachshund, you will know of IVDD. So it's basically spinal disease, and they're so prone to it with their back. If I have any vets watching this, please don't give out to me with how I explain this, because I'm not a vet. In case I get anything wrong, but this is from what we've just gone through and my knowledge of it. So yeah, they are so prone to spinal issues, spinal disease. And we had a dachshund about 10 years ago, and she got the spinal disease. Now, I mean, what can happen with them with IBDD is they can literally go from running around absolutely fine to paralysed within a couple of hours. And that happened to my last dog. And obviously, if it happens to you, you think, what could have I done to stop this? Like, what did I do as like a bad dog mom, etc. But that's not the case at all. And I've now learned that it can just be genetic, and it can just happen to them regardless of them. Like, you could literally hold them, not touch them for their whole life, and never let them jump, never let them do anything, and they could still get this. So I've always been really conscious of this happening to Tilly, because it had happened to my last dog. We have stairs downstairs for her to get up onto the couch. We literally had done everything. Like, me and Anto treat that dog like it's a baby, like she's a baby. And we really don't let her like jump up on much. We don't let her, you know, do much because we're just always terrified of this happening. But anyway, I just knew on Christmas Day that, sorry, how bizarre is it that my last dog that got it on Christmas Day and Tilly got it on Christmas Day. Very bizarre. Anyway, I just knew something was up, so I brought her to A&E. Bear in mind, I was completely and utterly bedbound. Like, I could not lift my head from the pillow. And I brought her into the emergency vet because it was Christmas Day. And never going to name names or like where it was, etc. But they were absolutely horrendous. They were really, really bad. But you know when you just know something's up? Like I was like, I know my dog, I know something's up. And your man was like, no, like she's absolutely fine. Like, and he grabbed her neck and pulled it like an accordion, and she let out this scream. And he was like, I think she just doesn't like the vet. She just doesn't like the vet. And I was like, no, like I know something's up with her. And he just gave her medication and was like, we actually can't, if it is IVDD, we can't do anything with her until she's fully paralysed. I was like, so you're telling me you can't do any scans on her until she's fully paralysed? So if this ever happens to you, please go get a second opinion, because very, very gratefully, the power of social media, I put up a story of Tilly while I was in said vet on Instagram, and some girl wrote to me and said, I work in X, I can try see if we can get you in. And anyway, I was just like, oh my God, please, like, can you help me? I don't know what to do. And she showed one of the vets in where she works. And sorry, actually, because this is all a positive story from here on out. If you live in Ireland, my vet Lucan is absolutely one of the best vets I've ever been to. Oh my God, incredible, in Dublin. So anyway, this lovely veterinary nurse showed the vet, and the vet said, that's her neck, bring her in. And it was her neck. He only saw that from a video. Like, he saw that from a video of Tilly. Didn't actually even assess it. So anyway, we brought in Tilly the next day, and he was like, yeah, I haven't even done scans yet, but I definitely know it's her neck, but we obviously need to do scans. Did scans, and yeah, she had a bulging disc in her neck. So like, it could have been, it was grade 1, so there's 5 grades, so it could have been a case that we could have left her for a couple of weeks, and you know, we could have put her in bed rest for a few weeks and she could have got a little bit better. But he said there's also a risk that we don't do surgery straight away and she could become paralysed. And because her disc that had bulged was in her neck and not her back, so my last dog that it happened to, her disc bulge was in her back, so her 2 back legs went paralysed. But Tilly's was in her neck, so Tilly's would have been worse if she became paralysed because her 4 limbs would have been paralysed. So we were like, get that dog into surgery now, I just want the surgery done. But obviously that meant cancelling our trip, because this was the 27th and we were flying to Orlando on the 30th and we were going to be there for 2 weeks. So the surgery is surgery and then it's 6 weeks of complete bed rest, and then rehab from there. So obviously at the time me and Anta were like, we're sorting out Tilly. Like, it wasn't even a question of like, oh, I want to go on holiday. It was a question of, if you've ever booked Disney World, it's not a cheap trip. That we were like, this surgery is going to cost so much, because we had no insurance, because a lot of companies don't insure Dachshunds because of IVDD. Yeah, the surgery was going to be on New Year's Eve, the 31st. So we had booked her in for surgery, and very gratefully we rang all of the companies, like the hotel, the flights, the park tickets, everything. And we just lost like all deposits on it. So, and we didn't get back our marathon ticket. We didn't get back a chunk, but we got back a massive chunk that then paid for the surgery, because if you've had a Dachshund and this has happened, you will know how much IVDD surgery is, and it is a stinger. We went into surgery and she had that on the 31st. So obviously Disney was cancelled, which was the least of our worries, but that was cancelled. So it kind of just felt like sickness, Tilly needing surgery. And obviously we were just distraught about her, and then not going to Orlando. Can I just really reiterate, guys, that if you know me, you know that I'm like, there's way worse things going on in the world, but I was just having a bit of a fucking week of like Is there anything else? Anything else? Come on, bring it in. Kick me while I'm down because I'm ready. I'm ready for it. But so then that meant that we could not also come back to Spain. To be fair, the vet said, if you want to bring her back to Spain, you can. Like, you can fly with her post-surgery, but they would just be worried that if something happened, then they don't know any surgeons out here that could have, you know, rectified something, and that just didn't sit right with me. So we ended up renting an apartment in Ireland for 4 weeks and staying. So initially anyway, we were going to be going back to Ireland for the end of January because I had my first SCC event, which went amazing. So that was like the light at the end of a very shitty tunnel. But yeah, so we were going to be going from Ireland to Orlando and then back to Spain for a couple of weeks, start work, get ready for the event, etc., and then go back to Ireland for a couple of days for the event. And so that was how it was going to pan out. But we ended up then just getting an apartment in Ireland and letting Tilly do her rehab, her rest, and then just waiting until the event. And then we came back, I came back 2 days after the event. So he did his full checkup of Tilly and said that he was completely happy with her to come back here. So that is what we did. So we had the first SCC event, which was absolutely incredible. It went so well. And that consumed me for months, because when I do something, like, I just want it to be perfect and I really want everyone to enjoy it. And I think like that just took over my life for a good few months because I was just so anxious that it wouldn't be perfect. But it absolutely was. I couldn't have been happier with it. So that happened at the end of January, which really left a way better taste in my mouth with the whole Christmas Ireland. Christmas actually just didn't happen. Like, we didn't even have Christmas dinner. Me and my whole family were in bed for Christmas Day. My other family couldn't come over. Like, it was just, I feel like Christmas didn't even happen. So then we came back to Spain, and we've been back to Spain about a week now, and I'm like a brand new person. Like, I love going home and I do love Ireland, but also I feel like we only moved into this house. Well, we did. We only moved into this house in like October, and I feel like I haven't really even done anything with it or been in it. And then because we weren't prepared to be in Ireland, we had nothing with us. I had like little shorts and t-shirts for Orlando. So it's just been a wibbly wobbly month, because as much as I'm so grateful to be able to stay in Ireland and have my family there, like, I'm not saying going back to Ireland was a bad thing, but I just wasn't prepared for it. And I just, you know, when you're out of sorts, we were just living out of suitcases for a couple of weeks, that we were just all over the place. So I just feel like I've really got back. I feel like I've got my spark back, because I'm back to work, I'm back to my office, I'm back to routine. I'm a brand new person the last week. I love going to Ireland, but I love going to Ireland in like a holiday mode. I don't like to work in Ireland because I don't have my necessities, recording content, etc. I was all over the place. I was just all over the place, and honestly, my heart's just been in my mouth with Tilly the last few weeks. Like, anything she does, I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, she is on. I'll show you her station, shall we say, downstairs. But that's why I was on the ground in the garden outside, because I've made her like she's only allowed a little section. For the first 4 weeks, it's a complete bed rest. Just bring her for a wee and back in. And then after 4 weeks to 6 weeks, we can bring her for 3 5-minute walks a day. But again, we've just been doing that in the garden. I haven't even brought her outside because I'm scared of her going up and down on curbs. And then after 6 weeks, we're going to start bringing her for like a 10-minute walk, but I'm just going to reduce that a little bit. But she's starting to get fat now because she's still eating the same food, but not walking anymore. So I need to reduce her food. But yeah, I need to sort out the couch. So the pen that she's in is not a life that she can live for the rest of her life. I'm not going to have the dog confined because that's just going to be miserable for her. So I need to figure out if anyone knows what I could do. Like, I know this sounds so dramatic, but it's not, because I want her to live like a very happy dog life. And if she is out of her pen, we have a couch downstairs, like most people have a couch. But the couch is what she can't jump up on, because the more she jumps, the more this So she now has spinal disease. I thought once the disc is gone, she's all good. No, she still has spinal disease. It's just a case of now that another disc could go. So I need to sort out the couch. I want to get like a carpenter to actually make like ramps to go up into the couch if that's possible. But then like not affect us getting onto the couch. So I want to make it like aesthetic, but have it for life so that she can just freely walk around and she has steps everywhere. And then I ordered like little stoppers for the end of the stairs, and then I need to get ramps for the back door. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into having a dachshund. So if you are thinking of getting one, keep thinking. No, they're the best dogs ever. They really are. I would be lost without her. But she's a tough one. She is, she's a tough one. So that is really all the updates over Christmas. So I hope some of you had a better Christmas. It's really annoying that these two white hangers are not going to be the same, but I don't have enough of one set, really, that I'm going to have to just mix and match, which is really fucking annoying. Before we went to Ireland, I did my marathon, which was amazing. I've been training for it for a few months, and I just felt like I was really working towards a goal that I could never like achieve before. And then I achieved it, and I kind of feel like I had like a little bit of blues. I think that everything going on as well probably didn't help, but I feel like I had like massive, is that a thing? Like post-marathon blues, that after the marathon I just kind of felt like, what now? Like, what do I do now? So I got a strength program, or a new strength program, and got really back into that, because when I was doing more running, I was doing less strength training. I was still doing like 3 days a week, but I went back to my 5 days a week and was like, I'm really going to focus now on strength. Going to go into a little bit of a deficit. I want to lose, I wanted to lose about 4 to 5 kg. I'm actually down about 3 kg from Christmas, so I have another couple of kg to go. But what I have learned about me is that I just love having something to work towards. Like, I just love having a goal and working towards something. And while being in a deficit is a goal, and it's definitely working towards something, it's not easy at all. I just started to get an itch for something else. And Anto is doing the Hyrox in Malaga. He's doing a double Hyrox, and he signed up for that. So then I got a little bit of an itch of like, well, I want to try Hyrox. Everyone's doing it at the moment, and I love doing things that potentially my clients are going to be doing, so that I can help clients get better in everything, so that I'm not just in a box of strength training. So that's why I've really gone all in on running over the last couple of years. So now I can help people with running goals, with strength goals, with weight loss goals, with muscle goals. But now I feel like a lot of people are doing Hyrox that I really want to focus on getting very good at Hyrox. So what did I go and do? And I signed myself up to, well, actually initially I asked Anto would he do a doubles with me as well. So we booked a double Hyrox in Sharjah, which is like 30 minutes I think away from Dubai. So that's in April. So we're going to be doing that. I will not lie to you. I had a couple of drinks over, when was it? It was in January, when everything had kind of got a little bit better, and we went for a couple of drinks, got very confident after a couple of drinks, and went onto the Malaga website and booked myself into a solo Hyrox. So bear in mind, when I booked this, I had booked a double, booked a solo, and I had done one Hyrox session in my life, one Hyrox session in my gym on my own. That's all I've ever done. So this style of training is completely new to me, but what does Sarah do? She goes and books both of these. So that has kicked my ass right into gear over the next couple of months. So my training has gone completely wild, because I'm keeping in my strength training as well, which I love, because my focus now is like, I still need to stay really savagely strong for Hyrox. But I'm actually just loving it, because it's bringing in like getting stronger, getting faster, getting a lot quicker. So I'm actually really enjoying it. Now I'm only a week into my new training block. This week is probably the most I've trained in about 10 years in 1 week. Hence why I've never trained this much in 1 week yet. My recovery is aced and I'm feeling really good, and I don't have DOMs. So it's going well. I think the red should go into orange. So we need to get rid of the yellow there. Yellow should be going into green, I think. So that is the update. So really we have a lot coming up, which will be really exciting to record. the end of this month, we're actually going to England. We're going to Leeds. I am doing a talk for a business talk, which is something that really scares me because it's not something I am used to. But this is the year of doing things that make me feel uncomfortable because that's what's going to put me out of my comfort zone. So I am doing a talk at it's called the Inspirational Summit. So that's in Leeds on it's the last weekend of February. So me and Anto are both going to go over to that. So I'm very excited about that. Then March, we have a lot going on in March because Anto has his double HYROX and I have my single HYROX in Malaga. So we're going to be doing both of them. And then also we are going to Rome in March because we are going to be running in the Rome Marathon, but not just for ourselves. So we are going to be running a relay for the Rome Marathon. So we're both going to be running 10k each and we're in a group of 4. So there is 2 other people in the relay. It's with a company, Real Buzz, and they've organised it and asked us to run and raise money for the Little Princess Trust Foundation, which is just absolutely incredible. So if you're not too sure what the Little Princess Trust Foundation is it is a company that, for instance, my hair is Great Lengths hair. We all know that I have extensions because I have more hair on my arse than I do my head because my hair health is not good because the water in Spain is horrendous. So ever since I moved to Spain, basically my hair falls out. Like that's why I wear these now. I've given up and I don't know what I'm going to do for the wedding because that's stressing me out because my hair is literally just cracking off. I need to get a proper filter for the shower. I have a filter, but it's not that good, so I need to get a proper filter for the shower. And I use shampoo and conditioner that's like for hard water. I fucking have more hair masks than the man in the moon. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's getting me down now. If it's not my skin, it's my hair. But listen, won't we be beautiful? My hair is from Great Lengths and they work with the Little Princess Trust. So they are all my hair. Let's say when I get my extensions taken out, then this hair is given to the Little Princess Trust to make wigs for kids that have lost their hair due to cancer. So that's what I love about Great Lengths, because it's not a case of that your hair gets put in the bin. It's actually put to good use. So I have been asked, and so is Anto, to run and raise money for these kids, which I just think is, it's just amazing, and I'm so happy to be able to do it. So we are going over for the weekend to do that. And very, very kind of gratefully, there wasn't a flight out on the Saturday from Malaga. Saturday is the marathon. No, Sunday is the marathon. There wasn't a flight out on the Sunday, so we have to actually go on the Saturday. And listen, I ain't saying no. So we get to have a day in Rome. We actually went to Rome this year. No, sir. We're only in February. Did I put that up? Like I have Rome recorded as a YouTube. I think I'm just going to put that up next week. Let me know if you'd like to see my vlog of Rome, because I actually did record a good bit in Rome. So that brings us up to the end of March. And then in April, we are then going to, we're going to fly into Dubai. We are doing the double HYROX in Sharjah. And then I actually have family coming over in April, which is really fun and exciting. I've had my mum and dad over since we've moved into the house, but I haven't had anyone else over. So yeah, I'm really excited. We're actually getting our kitchen done as well. So when we moved into this house, when we actually viewed the house, I actually did a house tour, kind of, when we moved in. And when we initially saw this house for the very first time, I was like, love it, but that kitchen has to go. And I really wanted to get the kitchen done. So that has just been like something that I've just really wanted to get done when we were moving in. So yeah, it's been a long process of trying to get things sorted with a builder and a kitchen, etc. And then we got a date for next week. And he gave us that date in like November, but now it's moved to March. So that has been moved, but that is being done, so that will be exciting. It'll be a little bit stressful when that's being done, because if you've ever had home renovations, which I haven't, so I'm not saying I know, but I'm guessing since I'm getting the kitchen renovated that I won't have a kitchen to make my meals in each evening. But that is the beauty of an air fryer. because we're just going to make it do. We're going to make do. I'm just giving you guys a full rundown of my year. We have both of our, I was going to say stags. I have my hen and he has his stag in June, which is really exciting. I have no idea where I'm going. The girls, it's a surprise. It is abroad, but I have no idea where I'm going for my hen, so that'll be exciting. I literally just said to the gals, I just want a couple of days with my gals, getting litty titty and having a great time. So that was the only brief that I told them. But I have 4 bridesmaids that I feel are probably going to do a very, very good job. So that is June. Then in July, also, I know I said YouTube is very much going to be outside of work related and like just fun life, but I am also launching one of the biggest projects of my whole entire life since I began work ever, in this summer. I invested in it in November and I have been saving for this project for the last 5 years. So I'm not going to say too much on this. You guys are just going to see the process of it over the next few months. It's literally my baby, and it's going to be unbelievable. So huge risk of making the investment, because I haven't got a pot to piss in now, but it's going to be worth it when you guys get your hands on it, right? So that's probably going to be July time. And then in July, we're also getting married, but we're getting married in Ireland because you have to legally get married in Ireland before we get married here. So we're legally getting married in Ireland in July. But I don't know if any of you guys have done that before, where you've like had to get married in Ireland and then you have like your party in a different country. But like we're not really seeing that as like our wedding. Like we're not even going to do rings or anything or like make a big plava about it. Like we were going to make a big plava and like have, you know, kind of a day there and an evening with everyone. But I'll be honest, like everything's so expensive. So we're just going to do us two and then our like my mum and dad, his dad, and leave it at that. And then we're just going to forget about that, not even wear my ring. And we're not going to like do vows or anything. We're just going to do what we have to do. And then our wedding is in Spain. So that's in July. And then we've nothing on in August. Well, I have that massive launch of my project happening in August. July, August, I haven't got final dates yet. But this is something that like I am not rushing. And it was meant to be May and I've pushed it out now because I'm adding a couple of things that are huge that need more time. And I'm just like, do you know what? I've waited 5 years for this. So we can wait another couple of months. And then we get married in September. So yeah, that's, that I know it's going to fly in. So I'm really excited to bring you guys along with the whole like wedding journey of like getting things organized and what I'm doing. Because I am really excited about that. We're getting married in Spain. So all of our family and friends are coming over, which honestly I'm most excited about. And then we said we are going to, because again, like I said, we have a couple of weeks off in May, Christmas and September. So we are going to have our honeymoon, or we're going to do a trip anyway in September after the wedding, before the next challenge starts. And then that brings us to October, November, December. It's onto 30th in October. And then it'll be coming to Christmas. So really now until the end of the year, I feel like I have something big happening each month, which is really exciting. So it's the year for YouTube. Because Disney was cancelled at Christmas, I booked for his 30th in May because we have 2 weeks off in May. He doesn't know. I'm going to tell him tonight so that we can get excited for it together. You know, this is probably the most excited I've been for a year. And it's not just because I'm just getting married, or it's not because, you know, we've trips planned of like the High Rocks, etc. But it's just probably the best I've felt. Like, especially with what I'm working on in the launch, like I just really feel like this year a few things are going to change, and change in myself as well. Like, even when I said there, like, it was meant to be ready in May, but it's not gonna be ready till August, and I'm okay with that. Like, this time last year I would have been like, no, I said it was gonna be ready in May, so I need to make it ready for May. And I would have worked myself to the absolute bone, but not in a healthy way, ran myself into the ground, you know, pushed other projects to the side, not being like my full self and everything. Whereas now I'm like, that's okay. It actually needs more time to be perfect. That's okay. I'm not running myself into the ground anymore. I'm gonna work hard, get things absolutely aced, but as a byproduct of that, things are actually gonna be better. Whereas I just feel like the last few years, I've just been like, go, 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 go. I mean, that's a trait I'll never not have. I mean, if Anto listened to this right now, he'd be like, you're chatting bullshit. Because it is a trait that I'm probably never going to change. But that's just me. Like, I am a workaholic, and I'll take that. It's a trait that I just will never get rid of. But listen, I am very excited. I feel like good things are happening this year, and I feel like good things are going to come because of that. Last year was a very good year, but I'm just very excited. Sorry, can you tell that I've really decided that February is like the start of my year? Because I'm fully talking like it's the 1st of January the way I'm talking, but it is. Sorry, whoever started in January, props to you. Props to you. Guys, I was going to record this as like a couple of days vlog, but I think I'm just going to upload this. It's just like a little bit of an update, and then we can get started on the vlog. It'll actually mean I get another YouTube recorded quite quickly because I can just start tomorrow. So I am going to love you guys, and I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you so much. If you have watched this, if you're brand new to my YouTube, welcome. It's going to be a roller coaster. But if you just came from my last YouTubes because you've watched them and you're back for more, then I really do appreciate you, because I went off the face of the earth. Yeah, I did. I did indeed. So I really appreciate you, and I'm very excited. I'm feeling really good. As I said, I would very gratefully appreciate a like or subscribe on my channel. It would mean the absolute world to me. And if you can, let me know what you want to see down below. As I said, this is going to be whatever I'm doing, and bring you along on all the things that I have going on, and all the weekends and competitions and whatever I'm doing, you're coming with me. But yeah, if you've watched this, I really do appreciate you, and I love you loads.